kind of keep an eye on everything. Make sure I stay in frame. If you're joining in live, feel free to drop where you're watching from below. Welcome into Rock Painting 101. As I said in the title, it's funny, all the secondary colors to me scream Halloween. Purple, green, and orange if I was going to make like a Halloween themed rock. And I'm going to do a fun heart design with these colors today, but this is not strictly Halloween based at all. You can do this heart, I've got one back here, with any color combination you want. It's just kind of this fun line design that we're going to do to give it kind of this fun effect, which again, any color combination works. It's just I'm kind of in the Halloween mood. Pull it up a little bit further here. If at any time the comments get in the way, you can swipe to the side to have them removed off of the screen. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to just place a heart onto our rock. I am using paint pens today. You'll want to probably have a black paint pen for the lining, but you can definitely fill in your colors with regular acrylic paint as well. I'm freehanding my heart on here. If you have a hard time freehanding a heart shape, that is okay. You can cut yourself a little template to trace. You want to just make sure the outside edge of your heart is where you want it to be. We are going to fill this shape in, so you can kind of do it and make some adjustments to kind of even things out. I've drawn a lot of hearts. As you guys probably know from following the page, I like to do hearts a lot. So I do them quite often. We're going to create little stripes down our heart to create different sections. Now, the amount of sections you want is up to you. It might depend on the size of your rock, how big your heart is, to how many sections that you want to create. But we're just going to do it with like a wavy line, kind of up and down like that. And then when you do your second wave, you want it to bulge and pinch kind of together. So we're going to bulge and kind of come closer together and apart and together like that. It just kind of helps when we do our line to create the fun effect. So up here, I think that's actually where it would be. Bulge like that. Okay. I think this line would kind of just follow the natural top curve of the rock. So we're just going to leave it like that. And now I'm just gonna fill in my sections. So shake, shake, shake if you're using your paint pen so they're flowing really well. I'm using extra fine tips just because that's what I have over here. It probably would be more efficient to grab fine tips, but if you work on the side of your pen, you'll get more of a larger base that you're working with. And when I go directly on my rocks, most of the time I try to hold it at an angle so I don't wear down my tips too much, because over time it will wear them down slightly. But see, if you kind of go on the side, you get a thicker stroke, and then you can stand it up tall when you're just trying to get right into those little detail areas like that. And then you could place your color on here however you want to. So I've got 3 colors I'm working with. So I have purple, green, orange, and then I'll probably do green, purple again. So I'll do this top section purple on this side, and I don't believe I'm going to have any on the opposite side. I'm going to let this take up all of this space. Here we go. Again, if you're joining in, you can definitely fill in these areas just using acrylic paint and a paintbrush. I'm going to use these paint pens because they do dry a little bit faster, and I just like to use them, so I do. We're going to go green, and then I'm going to do the orange stripe right down the middle, and I just wiped my green there, smudge that out so it dries real fast. So again, I'm just going to work along those edges on my side here. And we'll get it filled in. If you're watching live, have you guys started doing some Halloween themed rocks? I know I've been sharing a lot of shortened tutorials from previous Halloween designs. We've got lots of pumpkins and the little trick-or-treating candy corns, all sorts of different stuff that I've been sharing on the page from years past. Curious if you guys are actually starting to work on them yet. You know, we did our ghosts last week. I've seen a lot of those popping up. You guys really seem to enjoy that one. I think most people are already going to do a shift in gears. We're having cooler mornings, which makes me ready for fall. And like I said, I'm doing this one in these kind of Halloween, at least to me, Halloween color combination, but these can be done all year round, any colors that you like. They'd be kind of fun to do in football team combinations too. You've got a local football team you cheer for. Get this filled in, and then we'll do orange down the center, and then we'll start doing our striping. And that's really what makes this a unique looking stone. But again, like a lot of the designs we do, once you've seen it done, you'll see it's super easy to replicate and it just looks really neat. After I finish this green, I'll pull in the finished rock here again for a second for those that didn't see it at the beginning. It's kind of like a Zentangle style design. Get into all these little bumps and pits. So I'll pull this one in here. So this is what we're working on. All right. Last color here with the orange stripe right down the center. And then we'll start with our lining because that purple will almost be dry by the time we get around to it. So if you are joining in, feel free to take a moment while I fill this in, share, you know, where you paint, where you hang out. Not super precise, obviously, but you might stumble across another rocker in your area or somebody you recognize from one of your local groups. I did share this in our rock painting tutorial group, but if you have a local group that likes tutorials, feel free to share it into those. This is going to take me a second. I promise you won't miss anything important if you're doing that right now. The orange for some reason is never quite as thick. I probably should have done orange first so that I could have done 2 coats. We'll see how it dries. Sometimes it looks more opaque, and then when it dries it's a little more solid. With the lining, you probably won't notice anyways. Okay. And there we go. So all 3 colors on there. All right, our purple is almost dry. I want to give it another second or two. So I'm going to go ahead and just thicken my heart outline on the rock, just so when we're all done, it has a more finished edge. And if I do that now, so I'm laying it kind of to the side, like I said, that will give me a nice thick line as opposed to holding it straight up and down to get that nice pointed line. But this will give it a nice finished edge. Usually I do this absolutely last, but when I'm live, sometimes I do things a little differently. Not too much. Obviously take your time when you're at home as well, especially when we get to this lining section. I'll show you what I'm doing, and then I might be moving a little bit faster. But this is a rock you can definitely do a handful of them at a time. Just fill them all in with colors first, and come back with your lining. And this is kind of an interesting shaped rock. It kind of has this nice big flat area that I'm doing the heart on, but then it kind of has a secondary flat area here on the side. I'm not sure what I want to put there yet. Might put, you know, Happy Halloween 2021 or something along those lines. Okay, All right, so my purple is looking pretty dry, especially here at the top. So I'll start on that section first. I just glanced down. Sorry, I tried to look down. The paint pens I am using today, these are the Artistro Extra Fine points. So they come in a pack with like a whole bunch of colors. I don't want to misquote how many colors. It's a lot. But I do like them. It's nice because they're see-through, so you can tell when they separate. Like these ones I just shook up. Let's see if I have another one lying here. So before they're shooken up, you can kind of see that the paint separates in there, which I think sometimes you don't realize how much that it can kind of come apart. And then when you shake, you can see that that starts blending together. So it's still a little bit up here, so you know when you need to shake them up again. So I really do enjoy these. They have a lot of color options, and as you can see, they go on pretty good. I don't think, maybe a little more on that orange, but that's oranges and yellows. If anybody that works with paint pens knows, a lot of times you can put down a white base coat to kind of help with that. All right, so in each one of these sections, we're gonna pick an area that's the center that we're growing our stripes out from. So they don't have to be equal. You can have one here, one here, you know, one here, toggle them around. But you're basically gonna create almost a football shape to create the center of your bulge. So we're gonna go one direction. Okay, not quite a football, a super, super skinny football. So one direction and then back the other way. So I guess a football was a bad example. But that's gonna be the center of the bulge for you. So from there, we're gonna work in both directions, and you're gonna start at your point where it met the seam, and you're gonna come up and around and then back to the other point. And then each time you're just gonna grow it slightly out and kind of trace back down the side each time. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'll try to hover here for a couple stripes. So we're gonna start here, up and around, and then back down again. That's kind of hard for me to hold the rock and do it at the same time, but up and around and back down. And then just have that follow, and it will get smaller and smaller as you get into the tip. The arch will get smaller and smaller. The bulges can be different shapes, just like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing, going the opposite direction, out, up and over, just until you run out of space, like that. Okay. So this purple down here is getting pretty close to dry. I still see a little spot here, where it's just a tad bit damp. So I'm gonna put the bulge here off to this side here. So again, super skinny. I'm still gonna call it a football because to me it's the way to kind of describe that shape, but super skinny. And then you can arch up and away if that's easier, or you know, you can kind of alternate back and forth, but just start at the points. You can kind of see where you left off with the wet line, and you can get into these wider spaces still. You don't need to make a new center. You're only gonna have one center on each line. Draw your lines nice and slow, so if you hit any bumps or divots, it doesn't throw you completely off. I'll show you one where I was moving a little quickly and it was a bumpier rock, and you can kind of tell it makes your lines a little shaky, which it still looks cool. Here, I'll pull that in while I'm talking about it. It still looks cool, but you can see when I was hitting some of the bumps, my lines aren't as straight because I was kind of pulling quickly because I was practicing the design, you know, to make sure I liked the way that it looked. So again, out and around. And I know I did the darkest color first, so once I get on to a lighter color, you'll be able to see even better. I think you can see that pretty good on there. Okay, so let's move on to green. I'm gonna go back up on top here. I think I'm gonna do my center spot here on this one. So let's do this one way off to the side here. So again, starting point. I guess that's more of an eye shape maybe. All right, out and around. Oop, the green is still a little bit wet. See that? I don't know if you can see that. it's kind of pulled a little green in there. So I'm going to give that another second on that one. The orange actually seems more dry, which is interesting because I did that one last. We'll see if it makes a mark. A little bit. That's what I get for being impatient when I'm live. Maybe the bottom one is, I can't remember which one I did first, the top or the bottom. One's looking better, so maybe I did the bottom one first. All right, so we'll go from this one and then we'll continue on. Okay. I think for the most part this one's dry. There's a couple spots. Again, when you're doing these at home, take your time. Let it dry a little bit longer. I'm always going a little faster so that these don't get too incredibly long. Okay. I should keep a little fan on my table. I'm looking to my side and it looks like my connection is kind of toggling in and out here a little bit. Hopefully it's streaming okay for you guys. The replay usually smooths itself out, but as you can see, you kind of get the gist of what's going on here anyways. Are you guys getting interruptions or are we good? I'm not seeing any comments at the moment either, which makes me worry that it's getting a little choppy on your guys' end as well. So I'm just gonna keep working my way through these because it's kind of the same anyways as what I've gotten on here so far. If this is really choppy on the replay, I will refilm it before I upload it over onto YouTube. Sometimes I speed up certain sections once I put it on YouTube anyways. I can always chop that out. Yeah. And we'll just work our way all the way across this one. And you can really see the lines, I guess, on the orange here, so that's a good one to do. There we go, and we'll finish up this green one, and it is flooding just a smidge. So I'll probably go back through once this is allowed to dry completely and double up my lines so they're nice and crisp black. But for now, let's get this finished up. So let me know, will you give this one a try? You guys gonna try this one? Last time I said ghost emojis. This time let's say orange or purple or green heart if you're gonna give it a try. If you do, come back and share in the comments. I love seeing them. It really helps encourage others to give them a try when they see people giving them a try. So here we go, we'll put both of these together here at the end. So hopefully that wasn't too choppy at the end for y'all. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay. I will check back to see if there were any other questions that I may have missed during the video and as soon as I get done here. So thank you all for watching. I'll be back next week with another fun little rock painting idea for you. Bye-bye.